My name is Oduduwa. I'm the executive director of the film festival. The festival's founders, the actor Danny Glover, also Ayuko Babu, who is the international producer, they used to go to the Festival of Cinema and Television in Burkina Faso. It was called FESPACO. And they learned all about how FESPACO ran, about how they do, and they brought it over here to the United States. And so actually, technically, we are the sister festival to FESPACO here in the United States. So we get stories from the city, we get stories from the bush, we get stories from, all over Africa and every corner. We've had submissions and films from every single country in Africa.
You get to see my film?
Yes.
What? I'm thrilled to be here at the Pan-African Film Festival because it is a springboard for so many filmmakers of color. So many films coming from the continent. We're celebrating or telling stories about the continent. And people know if they're going to come to PAFF, they're going to see compelling stories from the continent or about the Africans in the diaspora. My name is Ntare Guma Mbahomwine. I'm an artist working in the mediums of photography, theater, film.
You've taken photographs, very important photographs, but the way they're being taken care of, they won't last.
This film, it's hard to believe, has been 22 years in the making. My car broke down in the small rural town of Mbirizi on April 24th, 2002. And to pass the time, I went and took pictures of the spots that were next to the gas station, I'm just curious, and stumbled upon this photo studio. And the photographer was there. The film is now screened in 3 different countries, 3 different continents. It's now screening here. I'm talking to you, and all from a result of a car breaking down. This will be the Los Angeles premiere of my film. PAFF is nominated for a Best Documentary Feature prize.
At least in the United States, the industry is very gatekept. So when you have smaller films with filmmakers who may not have larger budgets, but they still have stories to tell, who may not have the same access or resources, a lot of the best outlets will be the film festivals because that's how they get their stamp of a filmmaker, that's how they get their networking, that's how they get their audiences. My name is Oluwaseun Babalola, and I am a filmmaker and television producer. The countdown begins. My short film is named Fighting Giants. I am the director and the writer and the producer of it. And it's about a mother and daughter who are figuring out their grief journey together on a trip back to Sierra Leone where they are looking for their missing family member. And so the inspiration is based on a real life story between me and my mother when we were looking for my sister in 2018 in Freetown, Sierra Leone. This is the first time it's being shown on screen because Pan-African Film Festival was the premiere of the short film. So it's a little bizarre because, you're kind of in this little, bubble when you're making it in production. And I actually started making this in 2022. And so from writing to actual production, which was last February, to now, it's it's fulfilling to be wow, it's finished, and then people can actually see it and respond to it, and I can gauge, is this good?
When we intentionally put this festival together, we made sure that we wanted to have it in Hollywood, and we also wanted to have it in commercial theaters because we try to show the viability of these Black stories and of these Black films because economically they're on par with any other type of cinema, but they seem to get undervalued in the market. So we try to be that place where you can come, you can sell your film, you can get your film viewed, and you can get your film out.
Fighting through that traffic out there. I'm just hoping that the film speaks to audiences here the same way it spoke to audiences on the continent, in Africa, and in Lagos, and at the other festivals it's played at. And I'm grateful that we're speaking to you, and hopefully more people will get eyes on it, and it will be streaming on a platform for the world to see.
I don't think people know this, but there's not a lot of screens like theaters in Africa. I think there's like 1,650 in the entire continent of 1 billion people. So that's another reason why like local film festivals are important, because if there's such a limited amount of like screening space, then what other way can we see them?